else do I
recording
stick
now?
with?
If anyone's watching and you see Sack stream, understand there is more context.
What? I linked your video.
No. You've given no like announcement that you're going to stream. Of course, no one's in chat.
Oh, I got it.
That's our brand.
DevCast is live. DevCast is live. All right, let's go
Show
to
where we-
Plandanas.
The show where
Please.
we interrupt the intro.
Is it?
Is it?
Awesome.
Now, did we say the name of the show? And what is that, Orange? Well, it's the podcast where we try to talk about Digimon.
We used
We're
to
trying
talk
to
about the
spend-
reveals.
Still do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
got
spend
that
most of our
Just, I
time
guess-
talking about the podcast.
Got to hit record.
The podcast where 30 minutes of it is just us talking about being on a podcast that nobody watches.
You.
Well, maybe if you said something, I wouldn't have to fill it with nonsense, Zach.
Yeah, it's posted on the main Discord.
And we're still doing it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we had a Agumon.
Level
and-
7.
Yeah.
People read about. It's pretty bad.
I have soft opinions on it.
Testro's trying to make it work.
Yeah. For those of you who
Doing
don't know what that is, someone should read off what the fuck it does.
Someone should just do that instead of saying
Or
someone else
Danimon?
should do that. You know?
Okay, Sack, I don't see you helping.
I'm talking about it.
That's not what I'm talking about. What? I'm talking about nothing. there's no context.
You're
There's nothing
complaining
on
about
screen.
everything being said. Podcast where we talk about a podcast. Let's talk about a card. Someone should read what the card does.
Okay,
Find it then.
we're doing impressions now.
Yeah.
That was very good.
Still complaining about being what's being said. Yeah, well,
Essentially.
they have 2 level 6s. It's not everything.
Yeah.
And
There's more.
yeah.
Yes and no.
People don't really have boards.
Yeah.
In the well, people have tamers and like 1 stack. You're not gonna blow up like 3 things unless it's Reaper, and Reaper doesn't have levels, so it doesn't hit Reaper.
Don't admit that. Okay.
It feels a little much in Mastodon, so maybe some other deck can make it work.
It just feels like if you're in a situation where you can pull this off, your opponent's board isn't worth anything anyway. And then if you can't make it, you're just losing. It's like, why bother? It's weird.
Mastodon
Yeah.
pops everything when it goes off too, so they shouldn't have a board if you have Mastodon.
That's you. Wait, can they hear?
I think
him?
everybody else is coming through. Mic test. Okay.
Mic test.
Can you hear me now, Kim?
Who's Mike?
Don't say their name.
Ken. I was the one describing the
You mean
card
Albert?
text to.
Yeah, Alberta.
Like, it's been 10,000 years since the last DevCast.
It's alright.
Oh, we agreed that we're not going to talk about that either.
Alright, let's move on to the next card since we already
That's what Kevin's thinking.
screwed up this card. What's the next one? The Mekumon? Maycrackmon?
Yeah,
May crack mine.
it's cracked, bro.
It's good.
Vicious mode.
Yeah.
You put a little drum fill right there.
How about the champion?
No.
Oh,
The
No,
one that says,
the main crack is
crack.
the ulti.
that's- Oh, there's a bunch of cards that got released. Alright, this one, Maycrackmon. Nope, that's still the wrong card. Okay, Maycrack, vicious mode. On play when digivolving, you may trash one card in your hand. If a purple card is trashed this way, delete one of your opponent's level 3 Digimon. If a yellow card is trashed this way, one of your opponent's Digimon is minus 3,000. And on deletion, 2 more colors gain 2 memory.
Now, someone explain why that's good. Because I have no
Someone.
fucking idea.
House House Light does minus 6k and play at level 5. And then you can discard a purple yellow card for that effect and you get both effects.
Oh,
So you get a total of minus 9k and pop a rookie if you House Light that.
neat. I don't
Really
touch
good.
purple, so I have no fucking idea.
Don't you play
How's
yellow,
Ancient
Spaghetti?
Greymon?
Ancient Greymon's awesome, dude. You just swing, shit disappears. It's great.
For sunglasses.
Nope. Can't find it. There's no proof.
So just as a reminder, if you're not familiar, the on-play trigger and when digivolving trigger, they don't have to happen at the same time. Either or.
You think they're gonna make up a new trigger for that, or is it just gonna be them side by side forever?
I think it's too late.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be side by side.
It's not too late, because didn't they have other cards with those timings, and they just recently changed it to both of them being next to each other?
But then they'd have to retcon
What?
all of these cards.
What card?
It's a blue card. I swear there was a card that has when digivolving and when attacking, but they're not right next to each other. That was a new thing.
That's not the same.
Well, then whatever.
Okay.
Next card!
Mekumon and then this other lady. I mean, the good thing is it looks like they're building support just for... These guys were in the last set, right? And BT8?
What's Mastis support? Purple, yellow.
I don't think Mako and stuff were in BT8.
Let's talk about something. So, what do you guys think about the antibody X digivolving from the other Digimon mechanic?
I love it. I think it's neat.
You get free draws from it. That's mainly the benefit that I see is the free draw, and then they usually have a when digivolving effect as well.
They have some, because like, oh, for those who don't know, there's a line of X-antibody rookies, which are just remakes of existing rookies, that function as normal rookies, but then can also Evo for free on top of specific rookies. So like, Agumon X is a rookie you can put in Raising, or for 0 memory, you can Evo it on top of an Agumon. And then like, Agumon X has an on-digivolve skill, we have Gabumon X that has an inheritable, and I think Gabumon X is fucking awesome.
And then, just to clarify, you can do the digivolve, the new digivolve mechanic inside the breeding area, right?
Yeah, it functions like armors. It's the little box is a Digivolution requirement.
Yeah, it's just like another Evo bubble.
Okay.
That black text.
Could they have fit that in an Evo bubble?
It's too much.
Okay.
I don't think they'd fit another Digimon's name in the Evo bubble.
What if it's a really big bubble?
I would hate to make that proxy. It's already getting crowded.
Yeah, the X-antibody rookies don't have much of a downside to them.
Do most of these new cards make a lot of the old cards like obsolete?
In what way?
It's like I'm always gonna have the ones with extra evos, just because they give you more versatility.
I guess, but a lot of the X antibodies we've been getting are kind of like support for existing decks like Gabumon X, Agumon X. And in those decks, you're kind of just playing whatever, like, rookies for that theme are good. So they're not really taking slots away from things except for things that are in existing, like, decks, you know? Like, Agumon X is not replacing a red rookie in a non-Greymon deck or a non-Agumon deck.
Will, based on what we've seen so far, will non-antibody decks still be good against the antibody decks?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hybrids are not going to have X antibody, and hybrids
Fucking
are
based.
still at the top.
Is that the top deck right now?
It's
Hard to
one
say.
of them. Yeah, plus Banlist. So.
Yeah.
Alright.
Banlist could make black X antibody top of the line.
I still think blue hybrids is probably still going to be fairly strong, and yellow hybrids has some alternatives, just can't get to Susanoo as fast thanks to Reinforce and Mega Digimon Fusion being relatively gone. But they still have options like yellow memory boost or stuff like Blinding Ray.
I'm looking at the ban list now. What's the weirdest ban they did this time around?
Mega Digimon Fusion.
I feel like it could have went to one. It could have went to one. Just,
Oh wait, they banned
I like
it completely?
the idea of it just being like a sacky one of. That's fun.
Why? I don't understand.
The problem ended up being, and you'll get the description down there too, is that Susanumon lets you digivolve on top of a tamer. Any color. You just pay your 7 and can go on a tamer, and you tuck like 10 hybrids and 10 tamers from your hand or trash to the bottom of your deck. So then you just get to go in, swing for 3 checks. This card lets you do it for 1 memory. Maybe gain a memory if you have a Bokomon on the field. And that was just way too good, way too quickly. Like, blue hybrids was able to abuse it because they could just cycle through the deck fast enough to get everything they needed. And yellow hybrids could just stall out the game long enough to get enough tamers and hybrids in hand or in trash. So Susanumon is the card that really put this card over the top.
Okay. So this card basically got banned because of the newer set, not because of... In its own set, it was fine.
Right.
In this instance, yeah, but it's just one of those things where it was gonna get hit eventually, because like that card is only as strong as level 7s that get printed.
And now we're getting more?
Yeah, so like it had to go. Like it makes sense why it's gone. I feel like it being a one-of like sack card would be funny, but it's just not only does it make the Susanoo thing busted, but it also kind of limits design for level 7s down the line, because no matter what, they're gonna have to be like, oh, but what about this card?
Alright, let's go look at the restricted memory boost at 1 for yellow. Ice wall. Oh, okay. Well, I guess yellow did need to get pared back a little bit.
Oh, one thing to note with this ban list too is that this is a 2-part restricted ban list.
What does that mean, Numa?
For
2 of
English.
the cards will not be restricted until April. 3 of the cards, Mega Digimon Fusion, Ice Wall, and Reinforcing Memory Boost, will be banned and restricted as of February 25th. So when you get to this part of the list where Savior Huck and Aizmon are, those 2 are both restricted as of April something.
Okay.
The direct hits are all blue decks get hit by Ice Wall. The Mega Digimon Fusion is for Susanoo Turbo for BT7 to prevent that from running rampant. And Reinforced Memory Boost is a tap on the wrist for security control and decks like it that are playing less Digimon and more stally tactics.
You want to keep the game running fast?
I'm wondering, like, Ice Wall, yes or no? Personally, I had no problem with Ice Wall at 4.
It was an annoying card overall, if you really think about it.
It wasn't very fun to play against when
It forces
you got
you to stall back.
back to back.
It's awkward. I didn't really care about Ice Wall either.
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause
expect so many things to be hit, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised about Ice Wall and Digimon Fusion. Those are the only two I really expected.
yeah, fucking
Everything
Savior
else I
Hawk.
thought was people whining. Yeah.
Yeah. Give
Or-
Jessamon a chance, guys.
Or Icewall gives blue 8 cards in their security that give you -2 memory when swinging,
I
on
was,
top of
Plus
Icewall's
2/2.
own effect in hand, making it harder to swing.
I was thinking more of the security gain. I thought maybe they're hitting it because of that. They have so many security gain effects on the security.
For Reinforce is just very well costed as a card.
Let's see what else. Saber Huck. Why is that one? We play one Digimon card with Sistermon.
Because people complained a lot.
Doesn't that cripple the deck a little bit?
Pretty
does.
much, yeah.
It doesn't like knock the deck out, but it does really, really hamper, because Jesmon's main play was you go on top of Savior Huck, spam a bunch of Sistermons on the board because you're attacking like for 2-4 security based on how many security attack you have, and then possibly OTKing with Omnimon. And probably, I know Pong has talked about this part at least, that the OTK aspect of Jesmon just was really, really bad in Japan, at least, because you could just go through this whole tournament having just luck sacking into your Savior Jesmon combos.
But they're also
And-
best of one, though.
Right, and because it's best of one, you don't get to like make that comeback. It's just, all right, I got sacked and now I can't do anything from this.
The
the
best
best
of
of
one
three-
exacerbates the highs and the lows of a deck.
Yeah, because with best of 3, Jesmon's biggest issue is consistency. You have to play so many, like, such weird ratios that there's just no guarantee you're going to open the nuts or draw into the cards you need. So I just feel like it was balanced in the sense that, like, yeah, you sacked game 1, but then come game 2, you don't draw all your pieces. It's just, you don't do anything. You're fucked. So putting
end-
Savior to 1 kind of just, like, takes the problem, the thing that sort of balanced Jesmon, in that it's inconsistent, and just make that fucking worse.
Although,
They
to be
did
fair
quote-
for Savior in this case, Savior is a very, very, very searchable card in the Jesmon deck. Like, Huckmon searches it. You have enough draw power from your Sistermons, you have red memory boost, so it may not be too much of an issue. It's just going to make it a lot more search-oriented, trying to find this one piece if you really, really want to go for that combo. Otherwise, it's just going to put it more in line with a lot of other red decks.
I guess that opens them up to put more Huckmon cards as well. All right.
Yeah, and one of the posts talks about specifically for Jesmon's case,
Yeah.
Jesmon had been prevalent as a meta deck for way longer than they had anticipated.
Oh, and thanks for Arnoan for following. We got a new person.
Hey,
Nice.
To what end?
Eismon BT9 I haven't seen Eismon get played, but that's just me.
It was
Oh,
not on my radar at all.
Yeah, oh,
Like,
trust
getting
me. Just if Tessera was here, he could give us like the full breakdown of everything with Eismon.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can go off. I played against him once, and he just looped Eismons for 20 minutes.
Oh, that's what happens? Okay.
Yeah, one of the things with Eismons is there's a card like Call to Darkness, I think it's called, or Calling from the Darkness, that lets you delete a Digimon and then add 2 cards to hand. You can delete your Eismon Scatter Mode, who has an on-deletion to draw 3, discard 2, and that triggers after the effect of this card. So you can pull 2 normal Eismon from your trash, get the Scatter Mode into your trash, and then activating your Eismon Scatter Mode's effect, trash both the Eismons you just added, and now you've just multiplied your 1 level 4 into 2. Like, that's one of the stronger interactions, and then just in general, being able to play a free body because you just discarded a card is kind of nuts.
With your combo condition of getting to play the Eismon being a consistency card in of itself.
It's one of those combos that I would never called it out to be, like, hit, but it makes sense when you think about it.
And it's waiting till BT8, big reason. It's Chimera. You have 2 free level 4s. You Jogris into Chimera. Possibly pop something on their board. Add an inherit to yours, and now you can swing. Also,
Yeah.
It just made
even without
running your
Chimera,
board.
Agumon was on the chopping block. It's
very strong.
yeah, it may not have happened like now, but definitely in the future, Agumon would have got hit to 1 at some point. There's really no getting around it.
Alright, well, that's enough Agumon. I think that's all of the Banlist cards.
Yeah, fuck
right
Agumon, dude. That card's trash.
I'm gonna pull up the website real quick. We are still working on version 2. Hopefully before set 9 comes out, we'll be transitioned there. But let's go look at all of the cards that we have at least on the site right now. Good amount. We just don't have the last ones in the last 2 to 3 days, and that was like a lot of cards actually.
Yeah,
But,
just when we catch up, they drop a truckload on us.
yeah. So I mean, BT9 is setting up to be very interesting set now that they have, we have a bunch of new mechanics, mainly a lot of the X antibody stuff going on.
Of the stuff that they've shown, Magnamon X really stands out to me as like
I like
a
that card.
really solid card.
Yeah, I love him.
I tried to play it.
Is it playable right now?
It never got to the board.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, we need the option, Zach. It's the option that makes them really cool.
I played the option.
Maybe get good. Maybe that's the solution.
Armors is very fast paced.
Can you actually even get Magnamon on the board? I don't remember. Is it easy to get him on the board? The first one?
Super easy.
You just pay for it.
Magnamon, the Magnamon into X antibody combo it's pretty good. There's some really fun stuff you can do with Magnamon using just the X antibody option to trigger his ability. You can put him in all kinds of like cheesy decks. You can slap him in Sylphimon and Shakuamon. For that, you can put him in EX1's Angel deck, and he has like a really strong combo with Magna Angemon.
Using the word deck next to angels is very generous.
I think Magnamon.
You get the idea of what like the build is when you like refer to it that way. But yeah,
it kind of upsets me as a card because like looking at Magnamon and Magnamon X antibody, these could easily have been black cards, like just straight up from their effects. And then you just sit here and go, okay, well, guess black doesn't do that now.
No, idiot.
That's what a good black card would look like.
It's always been X antibody. I don't want any blocking or any like that in black, okay, Numemon?
They have inheritable blocker.
Stay in your lane. X antibody only.
Yeah, Magnamon X antibody, which is part of black's identity. And then it gets this super blocker ability. God. Card upsets me so much.
But look how thick his thighs are, though.
I love
Alright,
that.
that's less upsetting.
I love that.
I've got a complaint. Got a complaint here from Shoutmon saying that X antibody stole his gimmick.
It's fine. He's cool. Don't bring Shoutmon into this.
Rowdy.
He's done nothing wrong.
Shotmon's waiting.
It's waiting
to get good.
Shoutmon X, here we go.
I want King Shoutmon.
Shotmon X5.
Please.
He's 5 times the X.
Alright guys, well I think we're gonna cut the DevCast here. Thanks for watching. We'll hopefully have more episodes. Maybe we'll do once a week. But go check out Spaghetti's video. He released a new video. If you can find it.
Good luck finding that shit.
And
Here,
then,
I'll link it.
We will keep updating the website. Again, watch out for version 2, hopefully, which you can have more decks, more filtering, a lot of good stuff.
We'll most assuredly have version 2 up and running by the time BT9 is fully released.
Yeah, just guarantee that. Yeah.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Yeah. That's the
plan.
That's what you have the problem with, not the fact that we didn't finish covering the Mako cards. We talked about
I
2
DC
of the X
spaghetti.
antibodies.
I can server mute him.
Did you actually want to talk about them? It didn't seem like anybody was interested when I went over
No,
them.
it's
I
I
think
just love
Spaghetti wants to talk about anything except for complain about what we talk about. That's his role.
There's Insectiod stuff.
Oh yeah, we didn't even go over the new. I don't think I made those cards yet.
Oh.
Yeah,
Fuck those.
we don't have
Next
Grandis
episode.
Agumon yet. Cooper's
Or
gonna be mad.
Okuamon.
I just love how this is all set up. It's my favorite.
Cooper's
Alright.
fuming in the corner.
All right, we'll talk about the rest later. Thanks for watching.
It's a nightmare.
What did we say at the end?
Bye.
You plug the website, and then we would plug the the real Patreon, and then the fake Patreon.
We used to have a bit where we used to tell the viewers you hit us.
Oh
We did
yeah,
in,
that
We
too.
did that on like 3 videos.
Well, it's 2022 now. We gotta find something else.
Now
Anyway,
we hit you.
subscribe to the rest of DevCast on Patreon. $5 a month is very, very helpful.
Yeah. Didn't you
Cooper's
actually
actually
make
watching. He is wanting the card.
All proceeds go straight to the dev gnomes.
No,
Of
not
note,
that.
if you want a card the proxy made a little faster, you can always donate, and Orange will put some priority on that.
Wink.
Do send a note with your donation, and we'll get right on it.
Actually, that does work. Just don't expect to make 7 cards for 1 donation. That's not how
Right.
it works.
These proxies are powered by Boba.
Is Logan banned from your streams too?
No.
Should be.
I don't think anybody's banned from the Twitch streams.
No, you banned that. I swear you banned Sag.
No, the only people that are banned on the stream is like spammers.
Yeah, me.
Yeah. he was spamming bots one time.
Matagross asks, what if he wants the same proxy 7 times? Can he donate to get the same proxy 7 times?
You could
Goddamn
donate
right you
7
can.
times, and I'll give you the same card 7 times. Yes. All right, I'm gonna stop it. Bye.
Bye.